Tonight, we've got to play on a Mississippi pot roast in a skillet in under 30 minutes. First, let's get started on our potatoes. So we are just going to dice these into little, I call them potato squares. And are we gonna peel our potato? No. Extra nutrients, that's what I'm gonna say. Or, I just really hate peeling potatoes. A potato square, that's what we're going for. I would say 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. Continue to do that until you got 2 potatoes diced up. My potatoes all cubed up in a bowl here, so now I'm going to get it ready. So to season my potatoes, I'm gonna start with probably about a tablespoon of olive oil in the bowl here. Then I am going to add Kinder's the blend, salt, pepper, garlic, essentially what that is. So add a good healthy dosing of that. And then lastly, we are going to put some paprika on it. You know when potatoes always have that beautiful orangey reddish color? This is what gets that. So, well seasoned, and now we are just gonna mix that all up. If they look a little dry, add some more oil. If they do not look seasoned enough, add some more seasoning. So these are what your potatoes should look like when you've got them all seasoned up. Now I'm going to throw them in the air fryer on 400 for about 20 minutes. While I've got my cutting board still good to chop vegetables on it, I am going to dice up just a little sliver of onion for my cream spinach. My onion's all diced up. Now I'm going to throw about a tablespoon of butter down in this skillet over here and get that melted for my cream spinach. So for my Mississippi pot roast, for the meat, it's going to be pork chops, and looky here, another yellow sticker. I've been doing good on these sales lately. So I have 4. These are, I don't know, 1 inch, half an inch, thick boneless pork chops. And we are just going to cut them up. I get these a lot, so anytime you can do anything different other than just bake or fry or air fry or grill a pork chop, I think it's a good deal. So with these, I am just going to cube them up. And probably say about 1/2 inch cubes is where I want mine to be. Just like that. When you've got your butter melted and you've got your onions nice and soft, go ahead and throw in about a heaping tablespoon of garlic. I say 1/4 of a block of cream cheese, maybe between 1/2 and 1/4 of cream cheese. And lastly, about 3/4 to 1 cup of milk. Or almond milk or heavy cream, whatever you want to use. And I've got my fire on medium-low right now. And just kind of help this cream cheese break up. And then just cook that until everything is all nice and melted together. When you have your pork chop all cut up into cubes, put it in the same bowl that you used for your potatoes, because you know we don't believe in doing any more dishes than we absolutely have to here. And then we are going to season up our pork. To season our pork, we are going to use 1 packet of au jus gravy sauce. Packet, sauce, makes the sauce, I don't know, powder. It's a powder, really. Dump that whole packet in there. And then about a tablespoon of ranch. And then give that a mix. Okay, so we got a little bit of multitasking going on. So this larger skillet here is gonna be what we cook our pork chops in, or diced up pork chop. And so I've got about a tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of butter in here. Our cream spinach sauce over here has melted down and come together quite nicely. So now we are going to season it a bit. And just because I don't want to reach in my cabinet and find any other seasoning, Kinder's the blend is going to do it just fine. So probably about a tablespoon of that in here. And then me having fresh spinach on hand is probably not going to happen. So frozen spinach it is. And I'm just going to toss the whole bag in there. I did not defrost it. It'll be just fine. But my sauce is too thick, so I'm going to thin it out with just a bit more milk. My butter and oil has melted, and now I'm just going to put my pork in the skillet. Make sure you spread it out so it's nice and even layer across the bottom of the pan. And with these thin pork chops like this and the size that I cubed them up to, it's only going to take 3 to 4 minutes per side for these to cook. So keep a good watch on them. My pork chop squares are completely cooked. No raw pork here. Now it's time to put your little potato squares that got nice and crispy in the air fryer into the same skillet. And mix that all up. Uh-oh. If you throw something out, just throw it back in. It's fine. You've got your potatoes and pork all mixed together. Now put your oven on broil and the high setting. Now while that gets heated up, get you some banana peppers straight out of the jar and spread them across the top. How many ever you want. We love banana peppers, so we are gonna do quite a few of these. When you've got a good layer of banana peppers, put on some cheese. I think normally it calls for like a Parmesan cheese or maybe a mozzarella, but I have some Swiss here that I used in another meal. My Philly cheesesteaks actually, and instead of letting that go to waste, I'm just gonna layer that across the top here. I'm gonna tear it up actually. So tear it up and layer it across the top. Now we are just going to pop this in the oven on broil just until the cheese gets melted, so watch it very carefully. While the cheese melts on our pork and potatoes, let's add just a little bit of shredded mozzarella or shredded Parmesan to the top of our spinach. And here's my plate. I've got some cream spinach made with frozen spinach, so easy. I have my Mississippi pot roast with pork chops, potatoes, and banana peppers with a little bit of cheese melted on top. And then here I just have some focaccia bread that I picked up from a farmer's market this morning. Smells so good, I can't wait to eat it.